Our beautiful state and the tourism it brings in, all part of a conference being held in downtown Grand Rapids this week. Part of the discussion, some tourism groups are wondering about the state's dedication to their industry.
And News 8 political reporter Rick Albin moderated a panel discussion at the 2020 Pure Michigan Governors Conference on Tourism this morning. I'm sure there's a lot to chew on, Rick, because tourism obviously so vital to the state's economy.
Yeah, and so many different issues that are kind of threatening tourism in some way at this point. Hundreds of people involved in the tourism industry meeting at the Amway Grand Plaza Hotel to talk about how they can work with each other and the state to keep a vital part of Michigan's economy growing.
Again, thank you for being here.
The 2020 Pure Michigan Governors Conference on Tourism is designed to help share information and ideas about the dynamic industry and also to get the latest on what Lansing may be doing to support tourism.
There has been so much going on in the downtown area.
I joined 3 lawmakers to talk about what government can do to support one of the state's biggest industries, from protecting the Great Lakes and even figuring out how to balance school calendars to help seasonal businesses retain part-time help.
We need to make sure that we can ensure that we keep funding there.
Without question, the biggest issue on the minds of the participants was about the very existence of the state program responsible for putting on the conference.
The project was funded by $37 million last year in a bipartisan fashion. The governor vetoed it.
What if the world is a blank canvas?
Pure Michigan funding, the money that's behind those Tim Allen commercials and more, was cut entirely from this year's budget, along with about $1 billion more of spending. Some of that has been restored, but not Pure Michigan. Will lawmakers find a way to pay for the tourism support?
I think there's a lot of will in Lansing to get something done because we know how important tourism is to all the state of Michigan, and really for me it's how important it is to the Muskegon area.
Muskegon Democrat Terry Sabo is optimistic, but the Republican-led legislature would have to be on board. Walker Republican Representative Mark Huizenga says the prospects are about even.
The likelihood of that, I think, it's probably 50-50. I'm hopeful that we'll see something. If we do, it'll probably be in the next 4 or 5 weeks.
Now, that supplemental spending, if any, would be for the current fiscal year, which ends September 30th. Next year's budget proposal from the governor would fund Pure Michigan, but at less than half of what the legislature approved that she vetoed for this year. So this funding's not just a problem for this year, it could be going forward. Some in the legislature have suggested the tourism industry themselves might pick up part of that slack. But at the end of the day, the question is, will those Tim Allen commercials, and they do so much more, all of that continue? And it looks like, according to Huizenga, who's an appropriator, perhaps we'll know in the next month.
Okay. Do they talk about lake levels too?
They did, absolutely. Yeah, that's going to be an ongoing problem. There's about $40 million in the budget, part of which can be used for some remediation along the lake, and so they're interested in that. But that pool is also going to do a whole bunch of other things. It's not just lake related, so that's not going to be the full funding process. No, not at all.
Rick, thank you.
You bet.